Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. What's good with you? And so we've got the BattleHawks versus the Brahmas here. And so already kickoff, already on the way. We're going to take a look at San Antonio offensively first here and see what they can do here on the opening drive here in this one to get things started here. Again, they come in 2-0 right now, trying to continue to ride that wave here. And we'll see if Chase Garbers can lead his team to another victory here. Meanwhile, for St. Louis, they are 1-1, so they would love to advance to 2-1. Let's see how this plays out here. But right now, San Antonio with the football shotgun formation from their own 33-yard line here. So you've got 4 receivers, 1 back. Movement already here. So I said referees cannot let that slide there. Movement already on the left side of the line here. But let's see if the defense move first. See what the referee calls. Yep, that's on the defense there. So that's going to be 5 yards. Get to the offense there. Make it 1st and 5. Not the way you want to start off defensively there by any means. All right, meanwhile, let me go ahead and add the scoreboard here. All right, perfect. We've got the scoreboard. So here we go. After that penalty there on the defense, now 1st and 5. At the first play, running back goes in motion. Chase snaps the ball, throws it to the back in the back. Utilizing his quickness there, takes it to about the 48-yard line and a 1st down in the process. Again, first pass attempt of the game and completed there to the running back, McFarland. So now we're going to line up in a shotgun again. 2 receivers top of the screen, 2 receivers bottom of the screen. Snaps the ball, feeds it to the back up the middle. Fighting forward, takes it to about midfield there. Picks up about 3 yards on the carry. 2nd down coming up, 2nd and 7. Meanwhile, let JB go ahead and put the poll question up here for us so we can get this vote started early today on this Sunday. And so, JJ, what's good with you? JJ says, hey, JB, how are you doing? Meanwhile, 2nd and 7, Garbers over the middle, incomplete. They're going to call a flag. They're going to call a flag. And that's going to be on the defense there because 51 did have an arm around him. Referees are not going to let that slide there. So that's going to draw the penalty against the defense on that play. All right, let's let JB go ahead and get this set up. All right. Okay, let's see. JJ says good. Bet. All right, let's see if they've changed my layout here. All right, so 1st and 10. After that penalty. Feeds it to the back there. Oh, excellent play. Excellent play. Fed it to the back there. Did the fake pass. And love it. Got the carry there. Picked up 11 yards on that carry. And a freshman set it down to work with here. Again, 1st quarter here. Opening drive. 13 minutes and 28 seconds to go here in the first 0-0. They snap the ball again out of the shotgun. This time, Lovett runs it up the middle. And he's going to pick up a yard on the carry. 2nd and 9 coming up. Again, the ball right now at St. Louis 33-yard line. JJ says, did you see the Warriors and Lakers game last week? And so I've seen enough of it, JJ. I've seen enough of it. I'll put it that way. I've seen enough of it. Oh, man. My Lakers, we got to get it together. 2nd and 9. Throws it to the receiver, who completes it and he's about 2 yards shy, so about 7 yards on the completion there to Kirkland. So now looking at 3rd and short here. 3rd and 3 is what they call it at the St. Louis 27-yard line. All right, so they changed my outlook on this. So I'm trying to figure out how can I put the poll question like this. All right, 3rd and 2. Feeds it to the back up the middle, and that's a 1st down. Again, that was Lovett again on the carry. Braden, what's good with you, Braden? How are you? Snaps it. Oh, man, look at that. There's a lot of bodies moving on that play, but ultimately incomplete. So now we're looking at 2nd and 10 here in the 1st quarter. 12 minutes left to go here in the 1st. Again, the opening drive here in San Antonio. They've been moving the ball on this drive. They have been moving it. And let's see, JJ says 63% shooting. Hey Braden, and so 63%. Yeah, it was lights out. It was lights out. I felt like it was a video game almost. Just wasn't fair. All right, 2nd and 10. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Garbers in the pocket. Garbers moves around. Still looking downfield as he moves. Decides to throw this one. I love it. They call it incomplete. He had 1 foot in bounds, 1 foot out of bounds. So 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 10. All right, and again, they changed my layout here, so I'm trying to see how can I post a poll question now. You know what? I think I figured it out. Give JB 1 second here. All right, 3rd and 10. Throws it, and it's completed again to Kirkland, but he's going to be short, well short of that 1st down marker, about 4 yards shy. All right, so give JB a minute when it comes to the poll question. I believe we've got to change something on my side here. But 4th down coming up. Time to bring out the special teams unit, and special teams has been very special in this league. All right, hopefully this will fix the issue. All right, let's try it now. Again, this is a 35-yard field goal to attempt for San Antonio on the opening drive. Kick is up. Kick is good. These kickers don't make enough. I'm telling you that much. They are coming in clutch. There's no doubt about it. All right. Perfect. Everything is looking good. Let's see. Braden says, go BattleHawks. JJ says, JB, how's your day going so far? My day is going great. I just finished watching the Michigan game earlier today between Michigan and Houston and stuff like that. And so my day's going pretty good. Going pretty good. Thanks for asking. Braden says, wish Destroying was playing. So yes, that would have been epic. Would have been epic. You hate injuries like that, man. Especially his injury with his neck and stuff like that. So, but absolutely. Let's see, start a poll. Who did they hire? Who's his replacement, by the way? All right. So JB can put the poll question up now. All right, let's see. And we'll get to see the BattleHawks for the first time offensively when we come back to the commercial. All right. Poll question is officially up. Let's go. JJ says, I heard Tom Brady was coming back. It might be rumors, and so I bet it's rumors. I mean, I know it's his fault for starting it, but at the end of the day, I don't think the NFL is going to let him come back if he wanted to and stuff like that. And so, but it's always nice to talk about. Braden said, did you watch Ohio State spring game? And so I have not yet. I have not yet. Keyword being yet. Typically, I'll end up watching it in like over the summer, even though it's late, but I'll just rewatch it over the summer and stuff like that. So I typically wait till the summer. I'll watch Ohio State. I'll watch a little bit of UGA and stuff like that, see what they look like typically. I'll skim through Bama since my father likes the Hurricanes. We'll watch a little bit of the Miami Hurricanes as well. Those are typically the 4 teams that I'll see a little bit of their spring, but I won't watch it until like around June-ish because I'm like really missing football during that time, and it's a little closer to the season. And so you say Ryan Santoso. Okay, bet. JJ says never count out the Brahmas. That's right. Absolutely. But that drive, Chase Garber was 3 of 5 for 22 yards passing, no touchdowns, no interceptions, and stuff like that. And JJ, I'm still looking to try to figure out. I'm pretty sure I'll figure it out in terms of like adding you to our fantasy league this year and stuff like that. I just haven't started as early as I normally do in terms of just reaching out to see, like who plans on returning. There is one guy that I do want to question whether or not he's coming back or not and stuff like that, but I'll figure it out. JB will figure it out. and then that probably means I'll have to realign one conference, which is cool. Which is cool. But we typically keep people year over year, so that's a great sign there to keep people. So I'm excited about next year. Let's see. JJ says Sam Darnold is going to mess up the Vikings, and so oh Sam Darnold, oh McDonald had a football. I mean, I'm hoping for Sam Darnold that he's learning because sometimes, you know, for a quarterback, I think of Rich Gannon, which Rich Gannon is probably a little bit ahead of you guys actually, you know, watching football. But Rich Gannon was a guy who was a journeyman early in his career, but he got it together with the Raiders and stuff like that, even led them to a Super Bowl. And so I've seen quarterbacks that I thought were really bad get it together later in their career. Josh McCown was another example of a quarterback that got better with age and stuff like that, you know, guys like that. So sometimes just staying around for a long time can help a quarterback. That being said, I sure wouldn't want to bet my money on Sam Darnold taking that step. I sure would not want to do that. But Vikings are in an interesting spot right now. Like, do you overpay to get a quarterback that's like really like the fourth or the fifth? Like, you know? Braden says he only watches a couple highlights of spring games every year. Kenneth, what's good with you, Kenneth? Meanwhile, shotgun here for the BattleHawks. They hand it to the back, and the back off the left side. Scoop! Skirted off of somebody there. And then about a yard shy of that first down marker. Excellent carry there, and that was Durant on the carry. So now we're looking at 2nd and 2 from the St. Louis 44-yard line. I remember when Bruce Cashapp was in the NFL as a backup. 2nd and 2, throws it, gets it completed to his receiver, and his receiver's going to get the first down thanks to forward progress there. And that was Adnan with the catch. And so let's see. Kenneth says, hey, my friend, how are you doing today? I am doing great. The only thing that would make today better was if tomorrow was somehow a holiday, but it's not. But other than that, I'm doing pretty good. And I'm glad to see that you're doing well also. Mike, what's good with you? Mike says, yo, JB, how are you feeling today, Mike? And we've got Joe Brown here. How are you? And he says, hi, Judge. How you doing? And so I am doing great. All right, 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs to work with. Going to toss it here to the right on the left side here. Running out of real estate, but does pick up a yard in the process there. 2nd and 9 coming up here in the first quarter. Again, this is the opening drive here for the St. Louis BattleHawks in this one. JJ says, like Baker, but I like Baker. He is above average quarterback. Let Baker bake. The thing about Baker Mayfield was that he showed a glimpse early that season where he took the Browns to the playoffs and stuff like that. It's just the system wasn't a fit. And that's the biggest thing you got to remember. So much of a quarterback's success is about having the right pieces around him and the right system. Very few quarterbacks can play in multiple systems and just, you know, ball out to a high level. The system does matter a lot. All right, 2nd and 9. Throws it. Gets the completion for a first down. Picked up at least about 13 yards there, and that was Shepard with the catch. 1st and 10 for the BattleHawks, and they are moving this ball here, led by A.J. McCarron. I remember back when A.J. McCarron was in the NFL, and he was about to become the starting quarterback of the Cleveland Browns, but there was only one thing that stopped him from making that transition, and that was the fact that the Cleveland Browns did not know how to operate a printer and stuff like that. So they could not get the trade completed in time before the trade deadline, which ultimately botched his chance to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. All right, 1st and 10. McCarron, up under center. Quick pass. Caught by the receiver. Makes the first guy miss. Still running. Got that yak there. Picked up about 17 yards. That's Butler on the catch there. McCarron to Butler. Making it do what it do. And let's see. Braden says, JB, do you think the Lakers can make a run in the playoffs like they did last year? No. And I'm going to tell you why. Odds are in the first round, we're probably going to have a date with a team like Denver in the first round, which is going to be chaotic for us and stuff like that. So I would not see us getting past that first round, honestly. I just don't see that happening. And then you look at the fact that both AD, Brown, they keep coming in and out of the lineup. This is the wrong time for them to be, you know, injured and stuff like that. Do they have the talent? Yes. Can they make it a series about 6 games? Possibly. But to win a series in a game like that, nah. And that's assuming that they get in. So I'm going to say no, it does not look like they can make a run. There's just too many other good teams, you know. If I want to take a dark horse that's going to make a run, I mean, I'd look towards you know, a team like maybe Dallas or something like that if they caught fire and stuff like that, or maybe even the Suns, you know, like. But us, no. But I'm still gonna enjoy the process, though. I will enjoy the process. All right, 2nd and 6. Tight end goes in motion. 2 tight ends on the play. 2 receivers, 1 back. Play fake. McCarron throws it up there. Oh my goodness! He basically like trying to drag this man to the ground there. I mean, that's the very definition of a pass interference. And if you want to say he pushed you off, bruh, you was trying to break his spine on that one. I mean, who wouldn't push you off? Let's see. Braden says, yeah, if you play the Nuggets in the first round, you're done. And so, yeah, JB's a realist there. Not looking very good for us at all. So the fact that we struggled as much as we did against Memphis there, that tells me everything I need to know right there. So we're not even going to play that game this year. But it's still going to be exciting to watch all the teams. So after that pass interference that went against San Antonio right there, that gives them a first down, 1st and 7 at the San Antonio 7-yard line. Will the BattleHawks be able to get a touchdown, the first touchdown of the game here in the first quarter with 6 minutes to go, 1st and goal? We've got 3 receivers. We got 1 tight end. We got 1 back. 5 seconds on the play clock. Got to snap it here soon. Does snap it. Defense sends forward. Throws it to the back. Back completes it. He's not going anywhere. In fact, he went backwards there. Lost a yard or 2 on that one there. Wasn't his fault. Quarterback just threw it to him. Terrible spot. Not much you can do about it. Raiden says, yeah, this NBA playoffs is going to be fun, even though the Warriors probably won't make it. The thing that saddens me is that for a team like the New York Knicks, you know, the New York Knicks, I feel like I like what I'm seeing from them, but I just wish that Julius Randle would have been coming back to give them that extra, you know, push that they can use. And let's see, Braden says, yeah, this NBA playoffs is going to be fun, even though the Warriors probably won't make it. JJ says, dead. All right, here we go, 2nd and goal. Shotgun again, snaps it. McCarron in the pocket, throws it. And it's incomplete. His receiver would have had to make a spectacular catch to get that, but it's incomplete. 3rd and goal coming up. We got the DB crying, man. Stop crying and play some football. He is over there crying about not getting a call. Like, bruh, you got the incompletion. Be thankful of that. DBs don't get the benefit of the doubt. It just comes with the territory. All right, let's see. We got a couple votes in already. Let's see how we're looking right now at the poll. We got 6 votes in right now. And right now, the BattleHawks are leading the poll. Keep the votes coming in. All right, so here we go. 3rd and goal. Are we going to get the timeout called here? That we are. The BattleHawks are going to call a timeout right now. And I can't blame them. Make sure you get the right call here. This is, you know, an important moment during the first quarter. Opening drive. You can start off with a touchdown. That's huge. That would be huge. Absolutely. But guys, we are extremely close to the NFL draft. Like I'm ready for the draft to get started so we can end the speculations and stuff like that and actually know who's going where. You know. Let's see, JJ says if we can go like 73% shooting every game, then we can. And so JJ says, don't count us out yet. Braden says, the East is going to be fun because other than the Celtics, it's wide open. And so I wonder, Milwaukee looks like they're the type of team right now that you can probably pull the broom out on them or they can go out there and look great. Like it's going to be flip the coin and stuff like that. So we'll see how that plays out. Meanwhile, 3rd and goal. AJ doing work. And it's a touchdown. AJ said, hey, I got legs too. I can move as well. And he got that scramble for a touchdown, 10-yard run into the end zone to get the BattleHawks the first touchdown of the game. And it's their opening drive as well. So fantastic. So now, and again, that was 9 plays, 54 yards, about 5 minutes and 49 seconds in terms of time of possession off the clock. And now let's see if they're going to go for the 2-point play here. Let's see, Braden says yes. And so, yes. How are we feeling about the Miami Heat right now? Do we feel like the Heat are going to do like the Heat always do every year in the playoffs over there? Or is this the year that they're finally going to realize, hey, the regular season matters and you are who we thought you were. Of course, we know playoff Jimmy Butler's been waiting on this moment. But what do you guys think about the Heat? McCarron throws it. Oh, come, bruh. He threw it right to you, Durant. Dang it. What else can he do? It was right to you. Incomplete, but man, it was there. Can't hate the play call there. I believe it probably would have worked. Let's see, JD says West has too many powerhouses. Braden says, I remember when AJ played for Alabama and you did not like him. And so, yes, yes, I remember as well because at that time, prior to him, even though Alabama was winning championships, it was in spite of their quarterback play. But then AJ McCarron was really the first quarterback that they had that was like, okay, AJ can make some plays here and stuff like that. He wasn't just a hand of the ball off type of quarterback that they had prior to AJ McCarron. So you're talking about Jay Coker and all like that. So he wasn't like them. He was actually good, and he was the beginning of what was only going to get better for Bama at that quarterback position. So yes, was not too fond of him in college for that reason. Let's see. Joe says, I think just a year for the Heat. We'll see how that plays out. JJ says, don't count out the Heat ever. They're going to make it to the conference finals. And so we will see how they play. But history says, hey, don't count them out. Braden says, yeah, I think he can make a run, but won't make the finals this year. So Braden says he's going to go ahead and stand on business for that one. The Heat will not make the finals. Ultimately, that's what matters. That's what matters. Being able to make it to the finals and then win once you get there. Because honestly, the East, if Miami represents the East, then it's going to feel like anytime I watch the Big Ten Conference Championship game where the team that made it, no offense to Iowa, but whether it's Iowa, Wisconsin, or just Northwestern have a random year or something like that, they're going to lose. They're going to lose on that side. Let's see, JJ says, and never count out the Warriors. And so I wonder, does Draymond Green have something special that he's going to be cooking in the playoffs in terms of trying to eliminate guys left and right? Like choke slamming, just go full WWE out there. Let's see. Joe says Nick Saban is back without a battle. Back without a battle. And so, again, we've got 6 votes right now. So if you haven't cast your vote, go ahead and cast your vote. And let's see if we can get that poll question to about at least 20 votes by halftime. I think that'd be a good goal if we can get to 20 by halftime. That'd be good. But right now, looking at both teams, total yards, St. Louis 49, San Antonio 40. Both teams have had the ball 1 possession. Both teams have scored. The difference being San Antonio came away with a field goal. St. Louis came away with a touchdown. Let's see. Braden says the Sixers will play the Heat in the play-in, and that's going to be fun. And so, yes, that will be fun. That will be a lot of fun there. A lot of fun. A lot of the play-in games. I'm not going to lie. When I first started the play-in game, I wasn't too fond of it. But lately, it's been more beneficial to my team. So JB's going to sign off on it. Let's see. JJ says the old Draymond back, the one that does WWE stuff. He's gonna be cooking something. I don't know if he's gonna grab a chair or something like that and hit somebody in the game, but he's gonna be cooking something. Meanwhile, the BattleHawks. I'm sorry, not the BattleHawks. The Brahmas is returning this one. Takes it to about the 25-yard line, so they'll take off from their own 25 here. And that was just an excellent job there by A.J. McCarron to be able to run that in for 10 yards on that touchdown. But now let's see how San Antonio is going to respond here. Chase Garber says, I got a little bit of magic that I can do as well. First quarter, 4 minutes and 27 seconds to go here in the first. Out of the shotgun, snaps it, feeds it to the back, and the back gets back to the line of scrimmage. Defense says, we're not having it. We're not having it. 2nd and 10 coming up. All right, 2nd and 10. Shotgun formation. Snaps it in the pocket. Throws it deep over the middle. Oh, my goodness. How do you drop that? You're a wide receiver, but you look like you were a DB trying to track a punt in the air. Bruh. How do you drop that? How do you drop that? Bruh, what was he trying to do? Bruh. It was right. It's not like you lost the ball in the air. It's not like, it was right there. It was right there. What was he doing? JJ says 120 to 100. Warriors over the Jazz. 3rd and 10. Garbers looking. Throws it over the middle again. Incomplete. Incomplete. His receiver paid the price on that one. 4th down coming up. JJ says, dang. JJ says he knows a little something about, receptions and stuff like that, making big plays. I mean, my goodness, that receiver, what was he trying to do? It looked like if you took a gator and threw it a football and he's trying to chomp at the football. That's what the receiver was trying to do with the football. I don't know what he was trying to prove and stuff like that. But that's, son, I hate to say it, that's why you're here. Let's see, JJ says, Shaq in the fool. Yes. All right, so punts on the way does not look like a great punt there. All right, so we're going to get a return here. Brought it down, okay. All right, so last time we saw St. Louis out there, they went to work and scored a touchdown. Let's see if they can replicate that success this time out there. Again, if I'm chasing, y'all got to hold me back at this point because that ball was there. That ball was there. Again, the poll right now favoring the BattleHawks. Let's keep the votes coming in here. First quarter, 2 minutes and 48 seconds to go. Second offensive drive here for the St. Louis BattleHawks. All right, so here we go, shotgun. Running back, goes in motion. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Snaps it, feeds it to Durant. And Durant's going to pick up maybe a yard, if that much. 2 minutes, 25 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. So 2nd and 10. Right now, McCarron is 4 or 5 for 26 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions passing. But he does have a rushing touchdown after that 10-yard rushing touchdown that A.J. McCarron had in the previous drive. He is currently the team leading rusher with 10 rushing yards. Durant has 9. 2nd and 10. Tight end goes in motion. They snap it. They feed it to the back. And the back up the middle picks up 3 yards there. Durant now has 12 yards rushing. Let's see, JJ says, I bet the DBs are gritting after that miss. It's so gritty. Yes. Yes. You know it. You know it. Give me a dark horse team for the NBA playoffs, guys. Give me your dark horse team as in you're like, hey, they may not be a favorite, but they certainly can turn it on. And if they heat up, look out. All right, 3rd and 7. Again in the shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Back goes in motion. A.J. McCarron over the middle. Throws over the middle. Gets completion. Woo! Makes 1 guy miss. Brought down by the 2nd guy. A minute left to go here in the first quarter. And that was Butler with the catch. Butler's got 2 catches in this one for 22 yards. Tosses it to the back to the left side here. Look at him. Brought down by the DB. Who says DBs don't tackle? Gain of 2 yards on the carry, and that was Sailors on the carry. Braden says the Knicks, like they're going to get to the 2 seed, and so the Knicks are a team that's interesting. Very interesting. They were a fun regular season team to watch. I will say that. A fun regular season team to watch. But I'm excited for the playoffs, man. I mean, this is what it's all about. Playoffs. This is what it's all about. 2nd and 7. 2 receivers top of the screen, 2 receivers bottom of the screen. 1 running back. Snaps the ball. This should be the last play of the quarter. Gets it completed. And he's going to go down, and that is going to take us to the end of the first quarter. That was Shepard with the catch. Picked up maybe a yard on that one. Braden says the Pacers. Okay. JJ says the Warriors. JJ, give me someone other than the Warriors. Other than the Warriors here. We know they got the Warriors there. Other than them, give me someone else here. But yeah, Pacers, that's a very interesting one right there, Braden. And the fact is, we can make a case for so many teams here because there's just so many teams that just have that potential. And that's what you love about it. When it's a bracket filled with A, upsets can happen. JJ says the Suns. Okay. Okay. Rocking with them. Okay. Bet. The floppers. Oh, man. Well, I'll say, you know what? We'll see. Because I always look forward to the playoff time to see guys like James Harden regress and stuff like that. So it's going to be funny to watch the Clippers go out there and just choke and stuff like that. Once again, just go out there and choke. But again, we are right now at the commercial here because it's the end of the first quarter with the BattleHawks leading this from 6-3. AJ McCarron, 6 of 7 for 37 yards through the air. No touchdowns, no interceptions in terms of passing. Again, he does have that one rushing attempt for a touchdown for 10 yards, but that's on the ground. Meanwhile, for San Antonio, Chase Garbers, 3 of 7 for 22 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions so far in this one. Let's see, JJ says, and Clippers, you like Devin Booker. And so, oh, yeah, Devin Booker. Devin Booker. Absolutely love him. The only thing that could make him better is if he wasn't with the Phoenix Suns, who happen to be our rivals. It's going to be fun. I mean, it's going to be real fun. I mean, Cleveland, that'll be interesting. Dallas, of course, that's going to be fun. And then also, last year, Sacramento was interesting. It's a lot of fun teams, a lot of fun teams. JJ says Lakers are losing 30-0. Let's see, 3rd and 6. Back goes in motion. AJ McCarron looking. AJ throws it. Gets the completion. That's going to be a first down thanks to forward progress there. Excellent job. Excellent job. Picked up 8 yards, and that's Bradley with the reception. That's his first catch of the game. Picked up 8 yards there. All right, so we got ourselves a 1st and 10. Tight end goes in motion. 2 tight ends on a play. Play fake. Throws it to one of the tight ends. And look at him rumbling here. You could almost feel the controller shaking here like it was elsewhere at PlayStation. Wow. All right, so we got 7 votes here. BattleHawks getting a lot of love here early. And they are on the move once again. That was Phillip with the reception. I'm sorry, Everett. AJ is 8 of 9 for 60 yards. Tight end goes in motion. 3 receivers on the play. Snaps it with 2 seconds on the play clock. Throws it. Caught again by the tight end. Picks up a yard. JJ says in the first half it'll be like that. And so it gets crazy. It gets crazy. All right, 2nd and 9. Ten seconds on the play clock. McCarron going deep. Incomplete. That would have had to have been like a spectacular catch if you would have found a way to make that catch there. Incomplete into double coverage, all that stuff. Braden says, have to go somewhere. Have a great rest of your stream, JB. Appreciate the heads up, Braden. Thanks for coming through. And yes, you enjoy the rest of your day and have a great start to your week. JJ says, Warriors are always my favorites going into the playoffs. And so I understand that. Let's see, JJ says, bye, Braden. Again, the current drive right now, about 5 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock. Over 9 plays and 41 yards, and still counting here on 3rd and 9. Receiver Shepard going in motion. He snapped the ball, throws it to the back at the backfield. He's got his work cut out for him. Makes the first guy miss. Still somehow on his feet, but brought down there shy of the first down marker by at least about 3 yards on the play. But a great effort. He did the most that you probably could do there. Now decision time here at the San Antonio 22-yard line here. 4th and 2. 12 minutes to go here in the second. Looks like the offense is still out there on the field. They just need 2 yards. How are they going to get it? Braden says, see ya, JJ Productions. All right, snaps it, tosses it to Durant. Gets enough for the first down there. Had to go a little airborne to get it, but he got it. Whatever it takes. Excellent job. Excellent job there. That gets you carries when the game's on the line there, when you come through like that and put your body on the line the way he did. Let's see, JJ says, where is RCJB? And so that is a question. That is a question. Probably prepping for the big day tomorrow. Who knows? But hopefully he'll come through. I feel like, honestly, it's probably around this time or a little closer to almost halftime where he typically shows up. So we'll see. Meanwhile, McCarron throws it. Oh, man, all by himself. Gets into the end zone for a touchdown. Wow. And that was the Butler. Big-time play. Big-time play. I mean, he was all by himself. All by himself. Let's see, JJ says he is having a party. Oh, you know that party started yesterday, probably right after the stream, and he is forever partying. All right, so here we go. A lot of motion there. Pitches it. Oh, man, that's just not fair. All that motion. I feel like that's something Kansas City probably would have ran and stuff like that. You put all those guys in motion. They got the two-point play. They got the two-point play. Coaches all smiles there. And again, that was Sutherland that took it in there for that two-point conversion. Again, that drive, 12 plays, 70 yards, 6 minutes and 39 seconds in terms of time possession off the clock. That's exactly how you draw it up. And the BattleHawks are leading this one 14-3. But let's see how San Antonio responds here. And so, Giants fan, how are you today? How are you? Giants fan says, hey, JB, stopping by to hit that like button and have a great stream. That's right. Go Rhinos. Thank you so much for coming through and showing some support. And I hope that you're having a fantastic day. Absolutely. JJ says they are trying to beat KC and a high Giants fan. And so bet. Yes. I like it. I like it. That's a very creative play. That's something that you save and stuff like that. Spring it on your opponent. They see a lot of moving parts there. Hard to be able to really stop it. I like it. Probably something that I would have saved for a more closer situation late in the game, but hey, I like it. And again, we've got 10 votes now. BattleHawks leading the poll here. They've got 8 of the 10 votes here. Keep the votes coming in. And let's see how this one plays out. But A.J. McCarron, 11 of 13 for 88 yards, 1 touchdown passing, no interceptions. He also got a running touchdown as well. So A.J. McCarron is making it do what it do. Any way possible, he's getting it done. And he's led his team on 2 drives to 2 touchdowns here. And so we're just early second quarter. I'm pretty sure there's more to come. But total yards in this one, 119 for the BattleHawks. San Antonio has 40. They got the first points of the game with their field goal that they had in their opening drive. But since then, they've watched the BattleHawks put up 14 points. Let's see how they respond here against San Antonio. Is 2-0. You don't get 2-0 without having some skill. So let's see what Chase Garber does to respond in this next drive here. Once we come back from the commercial. But again, we are currently right now at the commercial here. And when we look at the running game so far early in this one, we'll start with St. Louis Durant. He's got 5 carries for 14 yards. Longest run so far, 8 yards. A.J. McCarron had a carry for 10 yards. St. Louis has had 2 carries so far in this one for 7 yards. Then you look at the Brahmas. Love it. He's got 3 carries for 15 yards. His longest run was 11 yards. And then you have McFarland. He had 2 carries so far in this one for 3 yards. JJ says never count out San Antonio. They always come back, so that means score 50 because they will score 51. Bet. Taking notes. JJ Production dropping dimes out here, letting us know what's to come, seeing into the future. He says Brady's not the only one with that ability. He can see into the future as well. All right, kickoff on the way. All right, we get the return here. And still trying to get to that outside there. Goes out of bounds to about the San Antonio 35-yard line. And so San Antonio find themselves down right now 14-3. Chase Garber got to get things going. He's currently right now 3 of 7 for 22 yards. Again, no touchdowns, no interceptions so far in this one. So offensively, they got to get this ball rolling right now. Chase did throw a wonderful pass on the last drive, but Kirkland dropped it. You know, I don't know how he dropped it, but he dropped it. You know, but that happens. That happens from time to time. And so let's see. JJ says, how good do you think the Panthers are going to be this season? And so this upcoming season, Carolina, I got them coming in. I still got them coming in last place. I'm trying to think, make sure of that because Atlanta's better. Tampa Bay's going to be okay. I think the Saints still win more than them, but I think the ceiling for them is about 7 wins, the ceiling, so maybe about 6 or 7 games. They did make some improvements, but I got to see their schedule. I got to see their schedule to honestly let you know. Because if you have a brutal schedule, that can destroy everything. Meanwhile, already we're looking at 3rd and 5 right now. Garbage just threw it to Kirkland. Once again, incomplete. That one was not on Kirkland at all. Didn't have a chance at that ball. That ball got tipped. Almost turned it over. So now 3rd and 5 here. It is 3rd and manageable though. Offensive line has to give him time. Back goes in motion. Snaps the ball. Defense sends forward. He does have time. Throws to his back and his back. Extended it. Let's see where they mark him at. Let's see where they mark him at. It's enough for the first down. He says, don't try me like that. I can get that first down with ease. Again, that was McFarland with the catch, worked the sideline, got the first down. Under 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter with St. Louis up 14-3. And so, yeah, I mean, I know that Carolina made some additions this offseason, and that's good. And I do expect Bryce to be a little bit better in year 2 than year 1. But I still don't see them taking that leap in terms of elevating ahead of anybody else in the division at this current time, barring some type of major injury to one of the other teams. Let's see, JJ says, all I need is Burrow and Diggs or Evans. And so I feel you there. I feel you there. I tell you what, after the NFL draft, JB's going to go ahead and start doing a whole bunch of mock drafts and stuff like that for fantasy football and start prepping for that. It came in, it's been working for me, at least in the regular season. Now, playoffs, different story, but it does help because I know who I want during what rounds and stuff like that. So it does help. All right, but we are currently right now at the commercial here, thanks to the TV timeout here. When we come back, we'll be looking at, let's see what they mark them at. Let's see, JD says, you better not let me get Evans or Burrow. I'm gonna be in trouble. So be trouble. And so, hey, you can go off the Burrow and stuff like that. Burrow, when it comes to fantasy, is not necessarily the highest one on my board simply because I noticed when it comes to Burrow, he takes about 4 to 5 weeks to get going, which means my fantasy team most likely would probably suffer the first couple of games if he's putting up average numbers. I mean, if he gets hot, that's great, but that'll be towards the end of the season. And again, needing to stay healthy the entire season. And so he'll have those big games, but I need those big games to not just be 4 big games out the year and then a couple of, like mediocre games against Pittsburgh. And then he has a great quarter as opposed to a whole great game. So in terms of just fantasy, in real life, heck yeah. Heck yeah. But in terms of fantasy, I'll go elsewhere. I'll go elsewhere. The price I have to pay to get him, I'll go elsewhere. It'll be interesting to see Diggs, though, with his new team, though. And of course, Evans, we know what to expect with Evans. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Under 10 minutes to go here in a second. Okay, Art Baker, okay. Feeds it to the back up the middle. Nice carry, picked up 5 yards on the play. Let's see. JJ says, if you need a kicker, get Elliott. And so JJ out here dropping the notes for everybody. Okay. 2nd and 5. Receiver goes in motion, snaps it, looking, throws it. Caught by the receiver, but he goes down immediately. Slipped on the play there, was never able to recover. And that was Stevenson there with the catch. Lost his helmet in the process. Snaps the ball on 3rd and 6. Throws it, gets the completion. That's going to be a first down. Needed 6 yards, got about 7. So first down there. And that was Lattimore with the play. 8 minutes and 28 seconds to go here in the second. Throws it. Makes the first guy miss. Whiffs off the second guy. It's going to take 2 guys at least to bring him down here, but they do. And that was Kirkland on the catch there. Picked up 5 yards on the play. 7 minutes and 45 seconds to go here in the second. Throws it. Gives it to Kirkland again. This time it's going to be about a yard shy of that first down marker. Picked up 4 yards. So now that makes it 3rd and 1, and that's what you want. 3rd and 1, so many things that you can do. Let's see, JJ says, I averaged like 150 points in the regular season last season in fantasy. And so bet. I remember all season long, you're the man, but when it mattered the most, just fell just short. And how much did you end up losing that championship game by the way? And again, congrats to make it to the championship. It took, like JB, forever to get there. All right, feeds it to Lovett up the middle, who got the first down with ease. Picked up 7 yards, so had some yards to spare. Oh, by just 2? Oh, man, JJ. I'd have been so upset. All right, 1st and 10, throws it, gets the completion before he goes out of bounds there. Excellent job by Stevenson to make the catch there and get his feet in bounds. But he will be 2 yards shy of that first down mark. And now we're looking at 2nd and 2 for the St. Louis 19-yard line. And again, we've got 10 votes right now. Let's see if we can get a couple more votes in before we get to halftime here in terms of who we got winning this one. San Antonio right now, they say, hey, we're going to make it do what it do. Don't count us out. And they're right now about 20 yards away from getting to the end zone. Chase keeps it himself. Wasn't the right decision. Well, he picked up a yard there. They call it 2. So it's going to make it 3rd and short with about 5 minutes and 32 seconds to go here in the second quarter. RC on Aces. What's good with you? RC says, what's up, JB? What's up? Talk to me. How are you feeling about tomorrow night, RC? I know that you've already began the celebrations for tomorrow. You've already popped the champagne and stuff. You probably had to order it about 5 times already. The party probably started ever since the stream ended yesterday. And so, but how are you feeling? 3rd and 2. And that's going to be just shy. How much are they going to be charging, I wonder, for Caitlin Clark jersey? I wonder how much that's going to be going for. You say this game is on ABC. I didn't know the game was on live TV for everyone to watch. And so, yes, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Got to get the viewers somehow. JJ says, speaking of the devil. RC says, I'm trying voice to text. I'm surprised it's working. And so, hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. And Wade Phillips trying to keep his team undefeated here. 4th and 1, 4 minutes and 32 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Now with 1 yard here on 4th down, I want to see them do the tush push. Snapped. Oh, excellent play. Excellent play. With everyone anticipating the middle and stuff like that, you run the option to the outside and you just slide, just play it safe. Excellent job. Gotta love it. And that's a great play. You look at how they were lined up there. They left that wide open there. So excellent job. Let's see. RC says, JB, I'm going to be all over for the draft tomorrow. And so, yes, you've got your schedule worked out there. So, yes, I can just imagine. I can just imagine. But, hey, that's going to be great, though. That's going to be great. Flicks it to the receiver, actually to the back there, who that's going to go down as a catch for him as opposed to a carry. That's a gain of 11 yards there. So, excellent job there. Love the creativity that I'm seeing by these offensive coordinators today. All right, so you got a 1st and goal here with about 3 minutes and 8 seconds to go here in the second. Snaps it, feeds it to the back, and the back picks up a yard on the play. That's Lovett with the carry. Under 3 minutes to go here in the second. Let's see, RC says, my peeps said, are you just going to join to see where Caitlin Clark gets drafted and then sign off? I said, don't tempt me. I can see it now. I did envision that. I did envision that being the case. Like, hey, I've done all this preparation. All right, my person's drafted. I'm out. See you guys next time. So I could see that being the case. Absolutely. But I feel like that would probably be the case if I knew that my person would be drafted like towards the second half of the 1st round or something like that. And then it's like, okay, I waited all this time. I got what I wanted. I'm good now. Let's see, RC says, JB, I'm more of an introvert person, so blending with other creators wasn't something I was always truthfully considerate. And so I feel you, because I myself, I'm an introvert despite the fact that my job requires me to be more of an outrovert when it comes to just, like, because I work in sales. And so therefore, that, and then doing YouTube. So one would think that I'd be more of an extrovert, but it's the same thing and stuff like that. Because I do have a couple opportunities to where I could do more collaborations and stuff like that, but given JB's schedule, given JB's, all of this stuff. So yeah, JB doesn't do a lot of that. A lot of that. JJ says Caitlin Clark is going to make the WNBA more entertaining. And so she will, but it won't be just her. It won't be just her and stuff like that. But that's what you love about it. That's what you love about it. What we need is to continuously have, players that we can learn who they are early and stuff like that. Because they've already had talented players, for years and years and years and stuff like that. But we just wasn't as exposed to them as we are with, Caitlin Clark. Because Caitlin Clark, what she was doing out there is changing the game in the same way that, in terms of the impact of the game. So we can certainly use more strong classes like that, because like her entire class had at least about 6 to 8 people that were game changers in terms of the people that entered at the same time she did. But someone's got to be the face. Let's see. RC says, I watched last year's WNBA's draft, waiting around for South Carolina's Brad Bill to be drafted. She wasn't picked until midway in the second round. So I definitely understand the waiting part. And so, yes, that's when it's more so I feel like what that is. But if you already knew your guy, your girl in this case is going to be taken, first, then it's like, hey, I'm just going to enjoy the entire thing. There's no sweat because it's going to be in a great spot regardless and stuff like that. But in that scenario, like you mentioned for last year, it's like, all right, so which team is going to take it? And then if there's a team that you kind of like, you're like, all right, I hope that she goes there. I hope she goes there and stuff like that. And then if they pass on her, then it's like, well, that's tough. I remember Randy Moss said he thought he was going to be a Dallas Cowboy because they told him, like, hey, like, we're not going to pass on you if you fall to us. And so he was fully expecting to be a Dallas Cowboy. Then they passed on him and stuff like that. Minnesota ended up taking him. So it's funny how that works out. And again, we're currently right now at the commercial. RC said, JJ is a ton of talent in the league. It's just not as highlighted as it should be. Right now, I'd say the hottest ticket next season will be New York Liberty, the Las Vegas Aces, and the Indiana Fevers. And so JJ says, Cowgirls, you mean? JJ coming through with the corrections there. All right, so we've hit that 2-minute mark here. So 2 minutes left to go here in a second. All right, current drive, 16 plays, 63 yards, and about 8 minutes and 56 seconds in terms of time possession off the clock. Snaps it, feeds it to the back, and the back, up the middle, gets that touchdown. Making it do what it do. So that's how you respond right there. John Lovett with the touchdown. And the fans, they are loving it. Let's see if that touchdown will get him any more love in our poll, because right now, BattleHawks are dominating the poll. RC says the JV BattleHawks are in control at the moment. Oh man, the JV Battlehawks. All right, so we're gonna get the 2-point play attempt here. Gets it, Garber's looking, Garber's on the move. Brought down by one arm on that one for the sack there. So how about that? So 14-9 is our score here. 1:57 left to work with. Battlehawks have 2 timeouts. Brahmas have 3. RC says, and just as I post that, boom, the Brahmas score. Are you trying to say that the JB aspect in it made the defense give up points? RC said, let's see, JJ says not over. RC says, why would they go for 2? That was dumb. And so most teams opt to go for the 2-point play after the touchdown. So like from what I've noticed when I've been paying attention this year, most of them opt to go for 2. You very rarely will see them go for the 1-point play or the 3-point play. Meanwhile, the return, trying to get to the other side here. Look at him, still going here across midfield, brought that at the 45-yard line. Let's go. And that was Shepard on a return there. Let's see, RC says, I mean, I can see why they would kind of, but it's so early in the game, why go for two? And so, yeah, RC, that's kind of just what they do, honestly. They kind of just go for two after the touchdown. And so it's kind of just a normal. Let's see, RC says, JB, is that the UFL rules then? I mean, RC is like this. Even if they went for the 1-point play, they still would have to have their offense out there. They don't kick it like it's not like they kick an extra point, so that's never a consideration in terms of like actually kicking an extra point. So since they have to, basically line up anyways, they tend to just say, just go for the two and stuff like that. Like very few times I'll see a team go for one. And that's just because of the fact that it's so easy for another team late in the game to, if they're down 10 points and stuff like that, to come back in the game and stuff like that. So you try to get as many points as you can early and stuff like that, I guess. So that's the best way that I can try to explain it. It's just the lingo that they have here. All right, 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, feeds it to the back here, and the back off the left guard. Stumbled a bit there. If he would have kept his footing, he might have got that first down. That was Sailors on the carry. All right, so here we go. 2nd and 2 with 32 seconds left to go. AJ throws it, gets it to his back. What is his back doing there? He made the catch, but he made it a lot more difficult than it had to be. Lucky for him, there was nobody between him and the parking lot at Walmart on that reception. Was able to get 11 yards on the play. Let's see. RC says, JB, what's the U stand for in UFL? Is it the ultimate? I believe it was the United Football League, if I'm not mistaken. And let's see, JJ says, JB, what are the BattleHawks doing? They need to score 50. And so they're not computing that. They're not computing that at all. McCarron throws one up there. Incomplete. Incomplete. Tried to find Shepard. Not going to happen. Phillips and company had something to say about that. 22 seconds left to go here before halftime. Again, St. Louis up 14-9. Let's see. RC says, JJ says the U stands for Under Armour. I knew it. JJ says, I mean, where people get turnover all the time. And so, yes. All right, so it seems to be. Let's see, with 22 seconds remaining. All right, meanwhile, I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Lakers here on my tablet. Got that game pulled up over here. Let's see. RC says, McCarron, didn't he use the quarterback for Alabama? Yes, he did quarterback for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Yes. Yes. That's the same A.J. McCarron. Also the same A.J. McCarron who spent some time on Cincinnati. And also, did he spend some time in Atlanta or not? But he opted, because I remember, I think it was like a year or two ago, he did have a chance to be a backup in the NFL, but he wanted for his kids to have the opportunity to see him actually play in the game as opposed to being on the sideline. So for that reason, he opted to not be in the NFL as a backup and actually get some playing time. I completes that one there to Durant. And so JJ says that JJ Brahmas. RC says, JB, your Lakers aren't going anywhere this postseason. Don't get too happy. And so, hey, it's about life is about enjoying the journey. No matter how far you get, you gotta enjoy the journey. And so, JB's just enjoying the ride. Gotta remember, JB did not get to enjoy the NFL season last year. So, I'm just gonna enjoy the success I do get. But we got a 3rd and 10 here, 3 seconds left to go. So just going to bring up a field goal unit here. Let's see. RC says, so UFL doesn't do field goals at all. That's good to know. They do field goals. They do field goals, just not the point after touchdown for the extra points. They don't do it for that. They only do the field goals for 3 points. And speaking of 3 points, the 44-yard field goal is good. So yes, field goals are just like normal. It's just after the touchdown, there is no such thing as the extra point in terms of the field goal, like the point after touchdown kick. There is no point after touchdown kick. Let's see. RC says, JB, what sport would you never cover at all? Tennis. Tennis would never get covered. If I had a better understanding of baseball, I wouldn't mind doing baseball. Volleyball. I don't know how I would commentate during volleyball, but I'd be somewhat open to that. But tennis would be at the bottom of my. You know what? Ahead of tennis is golf. Golf would be the #1 thing I would never cover, and then after that would be tennis. But definitely golf. Definitely golf. #1. It's like if only way I'm gonna cover golf, I gotta be actually competing and stuff like that. Like JB's gotta actually be competing, and y'all just got a camera following me as I compete, because that's the only way I'm gonna be able to do that. Let's see. JJ said he's an A's fan, and so bet. Let's see. RC says, JB, some people say soccer and golf are the most boring sports to cover. And so I feel like golf is something where it's better if you're actually playing it as opposed to just sitting there watching if you have no horse in the race, as in it's not someone that you really know. So it's something that if you're playing it and stuff like that, that's cool. I can see that being cool. Now, I don't know where they get that about soccer. There's some diehard soccer fans there, all the running back and forth and stuff like that. I mean, there's a lot of, excitement there when it comes to soccer. So JB's going to have to disagree with the soccer aspect and stuff like that. But I can see where that comes from for golf. But then again, golf and tennis, I feel like it's just better if you're playing it. If you're the one playing it, then it's better. Does anybody here play pickleball by chance? I had a friend who was always telling me about, just the many adventures of playing pickleball. Let's see. Let's see. RC says soccer is fun to play and see live, but not to watch and enjoy. And so, I mean, you know what? It is one of those things where it's better to be there in person and stuff like that. It is, and stuff like that. So, I mean, the experience. That's where I'm getting at, the experience. Yeah, but you know, JJ says no. I play basketball, and so JJ said he plays real sport here, basketball. But no, I've known a couple people when I was in Georgia that was starting off playing, pickleball and stuff like that. That seemed to be something that was more so on the rise in terms of just like that extra curriculum activity and stuff like that. So I was curious. I was curious. I personally have never played myself. But again, we are right now at halftime with the BattleHawks leading this one 17-9 so far in this one over the San Antonio Brahmas. But one possession game. We saw San Antonio offense come to life, towards that middle of that second quarter. That's good. RC says, I wish I knew more about hockey. I definitely like watching it, but the understanding of the rules are super, super complex. And so, yeah, I mean, who needs rules in hockey? Just go out there, knock someone over, and just don't hit him with the bottom of your skates. That's it. Just avoid that. But everything else, fair play. Let's see. RC says, pickleball, is that like the little cousin of tennis, JB and JJ? And so, you know what? If I had to describe it and stuff like that, then I mean, I guess that would be a good comparison. I mean, I haven't watched it too much myself. I've only seen glimpses because I have a friend who does a lot of like does a lot of marketing of athletes who are trying to come out of high school and like get recruited by college scouts and stuff like that. So I got a friend who does that, but he also does a lot of pickleball and stuff like that, and stuff. Him and his wife and stuff like that. So he used to tell me about it all the time, and I would be like, "Bruh, I'm like, first of all, who came up with the name? Who came up with the name and stuff like that?" So, and then go from there. JJ says, "I don't know RC to be honest." Let's see. RC says, "JB, what about bowling?" You know what? My manager, he bowls competitively and stuff like, well, when I say competitively, like locally competitively and stuff like that, but he does a lot of bowling and stuff like that. I have another friend who's in Utah who does a lot of bowling as well. So I have a lot of friends who do a lot of bowling, but JB has not been bowling in a minute. It has been a minute and stuff like that. But in terms of watching bowling, I've watched a few times. Like you got to catch me on the right day where there's absolutely nothing else I want to watch, and then I see it, and then it's like, okay, I'll watch it, see if I can just learn a thing or two about what they're doing. But it won't be a full thing. It'll just be like maybe 30 minutes. And I'm like, all right, I'm done. So outside of football and basketball, I think the next sport that I would watch would probably be women's volleyball. That would be like women's collegiate volleyball, like outside of football and basketball, would probably be the next thing that I would watch and just watch like the entire game, the entire sets and stuff like that. I think that is next. Trying to think if there's anything else from there. JJ says he's good at bowling, and so bet how much how often do you bowl? Dave, Dave, what's good with you? How are you? Dave, how are you? And let's see, Dave says, JB, yes, women's volleyball. Dave says you're on to something, JB. And so, yes. I mean, let's see, throughout the years, I have watched probably in terms of more than other teams, I've watched the University of Tennessee's women's volleyball team. I've watched some of Penn State. I've watched, because the Big Ten does come on pretty often for me. So I've watched University of Florida as well, being a Florida alumni and stuff like that. So basically, what I'm saying is the SEC and the Big Ten, I'm more likely to catch those. Occasionally, I might catch like a Stanford team or something like that, but mostly Big Ten, SEC for women's college volleyball will be the ones that I typically will end up somehow catching. So, but yes, let's see. RC says, JB, I like girls and women's softball. And so now softball, I've watched more softball than I have the actual like men's baseball and stuff like that. Because typically I'll end up, it just happens to pop up more often for me. And so I'll be like, okay, I'll watch a little bit of this for a little bit. And so, particularly when they are in the actual, like getting closer to tournaments and stuff like that, or later in the season typically. Let's see. You said you haven't bowled in a year, but when you did, you were good, and it would take a week to get back to normal, and you would get like 3 strikes. Okay, okay, okay. All right, and again, we are at halftime here. Going to get ready for the second half here shortly. And you look at the stats here again. AJ McCarron, 13 of 16 for 99 yards through the air, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Chase Garbers, 12 of 17 for 66 yards out there. And then you look at the rushing for both teams. St. Louis, Sailors is the leading rusher. He's got 4 carries for 15 yards in this one. Durant's got 5 carries for 14 yards, and A.J. McCarron had that 10-yard rush earlier for a touchdown. So he's responsible for a total of 2 touchdowns in this game. As for San Antonio on the ground, Lovett had 7 carries for 26 yards and a touchdown. McFarland had 3 carries for 8 yards, and Garbers had 2 carries for 5 yards in that first half. All right, so let's let JB get this set up here. One second. All right. Okay, but 12 votes so far. Okay, and 75% of the votes say that the BattleHawks are going to win this game, in spite of the fact that right now San Antonio, regardless how they got there, they are 2-0 right now, and so it's going to be a very exciting second half coming up here. Very exciting. So much opportunity. If you're St. Louis here, the difference between being 1-2 and 2-1, that's huge. That's huge. As for San Antonio, if you get 3-0, that gives you a lot of confidence as a team. A lot. So absolutely, absolutely. All right, let's see. And then we look at receiving wise in this game. The St. Louis Battlehawks, it is Hakeem Butler, the leading receiver overall in this entire game. He's got 4 catches for 44 yards and a touchdown. He's been targeted 5 times in this one. But that yards after catch category, he's got 34 for yards after the catch. Next up would be Durant's got 3 catches, 5 yards. Shepard's got 2 catches, 13 yards. Averett, he's got a catch for 15 yards in this one. Butler's also got a receiving touchdown as well in this. As for San Antonio, Kirkland, 4 catches, 22 yards. He did drop that deep pass over the middle. I know I keep mentioning it, but still, it was such an abominable drop. Yes, I said abominable drop. McFarland had 3 catches so far in that first half for 24 yards. Stevenson, 3 catches for 7 yards. And Lattimore had 2 catches for 13 yards so far in that first half. So we will see what the second half brings. And again, we are already like the last game of week 3, guys. And so the season's going to go by fast. It is going to go by fast. Next weekend is going to be week 4. So we're starting to get almost ready for like the middle of the season. And so it's just crazy. The difference in total yards between the two teams. St. Louis, 138 yards total offense. And you look at San Antonio, 105 yards total offense so far in the first half. And here we go, get ready for the second half, in which San Antonio is about to kick the ball off. So we'll see more of St. Louis to get things started here in the third quarter. Kickoff is officially on the way, so the third quarter is now started. And so the return here by St. Louis, nice return, takes it all the way to about that 39-yard line. So now, A.J. McCarron, can he continue to lead his BattleHawks here, who lead this one 17-9? But he knows they have to keep scoring. All right, so here we go, shotgun formation. 3 receivers top of the screen, 1 receiver at the bottom of the screen here, 1 running back as well. He snaps the ball, quick pass to the outside, caught by his receiver. He lost the ball. Did he lose the ball? He did. He did. What in the world? That's not how you want to start this off. Oh my goodness. They trust you. They throw you the ball there on a quick pass. You got to make a move. You make the move, but you lose the ball. Wow. I know Phillips came away with it. Did he rip it out also? Let me see what happened here. Oh my goodness. He ripped the ball and then he recovered the ball. He did it all. He did it all. Phillips said, not in my area code. Wow. That hurts. That hurts. That hurts. As a coach, that's when you get in somebody's face right there. That hurts. You've always got to protect the football first and foremost. You just got to do it. So now, you get a turnover here. You're San Antonio. You're trailing right now by 8 points, but great field position. It's up to Garbers and company to take advantage of the gift that they've been given to start here in the third quarter. All right, so here we go. Shotgun formation. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Gets the snap. Looking. Throwing it deep. Oh, his receiver hit the flow there. It just has not been there with Kirkland going deep today. 2nd and 10 coming up. So now we got 2nd and 10. All right, so here in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Throws it. Oh, what a hit. These screens aren't working. They're not working. Take them out the playbook. These quick passes to the receiver is just not there. Luckily for them, he held on to that ball, but man, lost 5 yards in the process there. Not the way you drew it up. Defense says, let's go. They say, let's go. All right, so we got a 3rd and 14 here coming up. Shotgun formation. Gets the snap. On the move. Garbers looking downfield. Garbers gonna run. Garbers knocked down while out of bounds. That's going to bring out the yellow hanky there. You can't do it. You just can't do it. You just can't do it. Hitting the quarterback while he's out of bounds is the same thing as hitting a hornet's nest in clear daylight with no protection. That's just something you just don't do. especially right in front of the referee as well. Yeah, yeah, you just don't do it. All right, so here we go. First and 10. Snaps it. It's a draw. Left side. Picks up a nice carry there. Picked up 5 yards on the carry. McFarland. I'm sorry. 13 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 2nd and 4 coming up right now. Again, this drive started thanks to a forced fumble in which the defense was able to capitalize on that turnover and give them excellent field position. Now it's up to them to cash in that check. Here we go, 2nd and 5. Receiver motions to the right, snaps it. Garbers looking, throws it into the end zone. Incomplete. 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 All right, so we got a 3rd and 5 situation right now. 6 seconds on the play clock. 3 seconds. Got to get ready to snap it. Does snap it. Looking, 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 moving while still looking. Throws it out of bounds. Would have been better off just taking it and trying to run. 4th down coming up. And that time he was on the move there. I see what he tried to do, but running back was just his momentum was going backwards there. Running back should have honestly been more aware and probably like try to come a little bit closer to him, like or at least not keep fading backwards. Hold his ground, let the ball get to him. Would have had an easy 1st down. So now Santoso's getting ready for the 35-yard field goal attempt. I'm sorry, 32-yard field goal attempt. Kick is up. Kick is right down the middle. It is good. And so Santoso converts on the 32-yard field goal to make this one 17-12. St. Louis on top here in the third quarter, 11 minutes and 34 seconds to go. You look at how they're doing in terms of converting 1st downs. Well, both teams have 11 1st downs so far in this game. But on 3rd downs, St. Louis is 4 of 5 on 3rd downs. Meanwhile, San Antonio is 6 of 10 on 3rd downs. JJ says, come on. All right, let's see. Again, we are at the commercial. All right, give JB 1 second. JB will be right back. All right, JB is back. Let's see. JJ says, yeah, I'm back. All right, so just in time for the kickoff, so JB did not miss anything. Perfect. Again, with the score right now, BattleHawks 17, Brahmas 12. Brahmas just converted a 32-yard field goal attempt. They had 7 plays for 6 yards. Then again, the defense responsible for setting them up with great field position there, but came away with a field goal, and now getting ready for the kickoff. All right, kickoff on the way. All right, let's see how he does in the return here. Oh, ran into the back of his own teammate there. And so now, St. Louis, from their own 35-yard line, last time out there, they saw their receiver fumble the football and they lost possession. How do they respond now? They're still leading 17-12, but clearly, AJ McCarron and company want to get something going here in this third quarter with 11 minutes and 29 seconds to go. Again, so far in this one, AJ McCarron, 14 of 17 for 98 yards passing and a touchdown. He's also got 10 yards on the ground and a rushing touchdown as well. All right, so let me... JJ says, I am going to see Brahmas go on a 20-0 run. Why am I sounding like this is basketball? Maybe too much basketball. It could be. Could be. Meanwhile, Durant gets 6 yards on the carry. Lost his shoe in the process, so he's going to head to the sideline there, take care of that. Tackled by Beckett and Losley. 2nd and 4 coming up here for the offense. 11 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Shotgun formation. Going to go 5 wide. Snaps it. Defense sends forward. Moving around. AJ still looking. Is AJ going to run? You bet your bottom dollar he will. He'll take off and he'll take it to about that 48-yard line, but picks up the first down in the process. AJ has shown like, hey, I'm not a scrambler, but don't tempt me. JJ says hit stick. That's right. They even showed us the football there. United Football League. For the person that asked earlier what the U stood for, it's United. I think it was RC. I think it was U. All right, there we go. Shotgun, 2 tight ends on the play. Oh, look at that. He kept it himself there. Excellent job. Everybody was following the running back there, but I was like, you know what? For someone that's doing the fake, he sure is carrying it out. But he had the ball. That's why. AJ's all smiles after that. He likes that. He's like, hey, you know, I can move too. 2nd and 3. 10 minutes left to go here in the third. That was a 7-yard carry by AJ McCarron. AJ's now got 23 yards on the ground and is the team leading rusher as of right now. 2nd and 3. 2 receivers bottom of the screen here. Got a tight end. Feeds it to the back of the middle, and the back fights forward, and that forward progress should get him at that first down marker, but let's see where they mark him at. JJ says hit stick him. Come on. I mean, at this point, right, we want to see some big collisions here. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. 5 seconds right now on the play clock. 5 wide on this play. Shotgun formation. They snap the ball. Throws it over the middle, but it's tipped. It is tipped there. That defensive line putting in work. And with 8 minutes and 50 seconds left to go here in the third quarter of play. With St. Louis up 17-12. All right, here we go. Snaps it. Quick pass. Caught. Look at that. Oh, brought down there. Good tackle. Good tackle. Nice clean tackle. All right, so 3rd and 4 coming up from the San Antonio 36-yard line. All right, so we got a 3rd and 4. 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Shotgun again. They're bringing pressure, but he has time to step up. Throws it deep, incomplete. Incomplete. 4th down coming up. Let's see, JJ says Brahmas began. The assault is over. He says it's over. Take cover. It's a wrap. It is a wrap. All right, so here we go. Going to get ready for the 54-yard field goal attempt. Smith kicks it. It is up and it's right down the middle. Do these guys miss? Do these guys ever miss at this point? 20-12 here in the 3rd quarter with 6 minutes and 59 seconds to go. An 8-point lead here for the BattleHawks. And when you got kickers like this, it's easy to add on to the points. He could have made that from probably about 57 yards. Not willing to go beyond 58 though. All right, so that takes us to the commercial. And that drive was 8 plays for 28 yards and about 4 minutes and 37 seconds in terms of time possession off the clock on that drive. JJ says he's dead. Oh, man. Let's see, JJ says JB still anyone's game still. It is. It is very much anyone's game. Best believe that. Meanwhile, if there's someone that's watching that hasn't cast their vote yet, go ahead and feel free to cast your vote here and let us know where you stand with this one. And again, we are at the commercial now. Let's see, Dave says, Schmidt, can I buy a vowel for this kicker's name? And so, yes, yes, yes. And so, yes, Smite, or yes, Smite. Oh man, JB's butchering the name here. Wonder how many names has JB butchered over the last couple of years. And again, we are currently here at the commercial here, but 3rd quarter, 6 minutes and 59 seconds to go. BattleHawks lead this one 20-12. Let's see, Dave says special teams still shining. And so that they are. JJ says the Brahmas hate is on another level. He said, I don't know why I put basketball in. All right, so getting ready for the kickoff. And so Smith kicks it off. That goes 68 yards. All right, so let's see the return here. Fights his way all the way to about the 34-yard line here. And that was Alain on the carry. All right, so a 20-12 game. You're in the third quarter, 6 minutes and 53 seconds to go. So let's see what the offense looks like this time out. Garbers with his team down 8. Snaps it. Feeds it to the back off the right side. And so slips past 2 defenders there. Excellent job. Picks up about 7 yards on the carry. That was McFarland on the carry. Second and 3, Garbers over the middle and gets a nice completion for a first down. That was caught by Smith. Picked up 11 yards on the play. 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Smith's going to head to the sideline. Going to sub himself out. Might have hurt his hand maybe. All right, so shotgun. Receiver goes in motion. Gives it to McFarland up the middle. He picks up 4 yards between the center and right guard. Going to make it 2nd and 6 coming up. So it's 2nd and 6 here in the third quarter. 5 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the third. Feeds it to the back in the back. Off the right side. Picks up a gain of 2 yards. And again, McFarland with another carry. So far today, McFarland, he's got 7 carries for 26 yards so far in this one. Him and Lovett both have 7 carries for 26 yards. Difference is Lovett has a touchdown. Third and 4, receiver goes in motion. Throws it, completed, and that's a first down. Picked up 6 yards on the play, caught by Stevenson there. So fresh set of downs to work with here. 4:20 left to go here in the third. So San Antonio driving it down the field here. All right, so 1st and 10. Shotgun formation here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Receiver goes in motion. They snap it, throws it to the back, makes a catch. Close to the sideline, picks up about 2 yards on the catch. 2nd and 8 coming up from the St. Louis 34-yard line. So here in the shotgun, gets the snap, throws it, ball's tipped, incomplete. He's lucky. It's just incomplete. JJ says he's back. Welcome back. Now there is a penalty. There is a penalty. Ooh, wow. Look at that. I mean, even in slow motion. But you do that at regular speed, though. That's just. And they're going to call roughing the passer. All right, so here we go. Gives it to the back of the right side here, and he's going to pick up about 2 yards there, and that's love it there off the right side. Came in with some burst there, but not a lot of room to operate with. All right, 2nd and 9. Gets the snap, throws it, completed, and that's going to be enough for the first down. Picked up at least 9 yards on the play. They call it 10, and that was Lattimore with the reception there. Big play. Now we're looking at 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. And so let's see what they call here. But 8 yards is what they need to get into the end zone. All right, 1st and goal. Oh, look at that. Feed it to McFarland, and that is going to be a touchdown. Wow, he went bouncing off the left side there, saw a crease cut up there, and it was over then. So he got the touchdown. Nine plays, 66 yards, over 5 minutes in terms of time of possession on that drive. All of that, and now we're at 20-18 right now. San Antonio, they said, you know what? We may not be winning JB's poll, but the heck with it. They say that they are winners, and they're going to go out there and show it. Now the 2-point play. Back goes in motion here. Snaps it, looking, throws it. That is incomplete. I felt like he had room to run on that one, but it's incomplete. So 20-18 is the score right now with St. Louis up by 2. All right. So 20-18 is our game. We got less than 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. And so that's going to come out, obviously, that final quarter. So this is exciting here. All right. Kickoff goes into the end zone. No return here. RC says, I'm Bazak. Welcome, Bazak, RC. All right, so here goes AJ McCarron. He's like, I got to lead this team down here. We got to come away with some points here. San Antonio, they are moving it. We've got to keep this momentum here. one of the most important aspects for a team is knowing how to close a game, especially in that fourth quarter. Here we go. First and 10. Receiver goes in motion. You've got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Fakes the toss, bootlegs, looking, and brought down for the sack. Brought down for the sack. 93 said, you're not going to juke me out, buddy. Not today. Not today. And that was Sykes on the sack. Said, you can't psych me out. All right, so after that sack, we were looking at 2nd and 17 with 1 minute and 13 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Shotgun formation. They snap the ball. McCarron throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete. Thought he hit somebody on the sideline there. Third down coming up. 3rd and long. A situation you don't want to be in. And AJ's like, let's go. Let's get fired up. RC says, JB, I'm having the time. He said JB's having the time of his life on this stream. LOL. And so, hey, JB's just loving it. JB's just loving it. Absolutely. All right, but 3rd and 17 here. Can they pull one out the hat? Going to go at 5 wide. He's going to need some time from his offensive line so he can look deep. Snaps it. Goes deep over the middle. Oh my goodness. Did he come away with that? Yes, he did. How did he do it? 34 yards to Butler. My goodness. We all can use a Butler like that in our life that just goes up there and makes the impossible possible. He snagged that one out of the air. JJ says, let's go. Wow. What a play. What a play. He knew exactly where he was going with that one. Nice touch on it. Gave his guy a chance, but the receiver went up and made that play. RC says, JB, I'm going to say something. As much as I like to be an introvert, like I told you, it seems inevitable that I would get involved somewhat in the women's basketball hoops community. They need you. They need you. When duty calls, you answer. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. So 3 quarters in the books. And right now it's the BattleHawks that's up 20-18 over the Brahmas here. But this one is so far away from being over. So far away from being over. You look at the total yards, thanks to that last 33-yard completion that A.J. McCarron has, the BattleHawks lead that category with a total of 191 yards total, and Brahmas has 162 so far in this one. A.J. McCarron is responsible for 137 yards passing. He's got a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown. He's got 23 yards on the ground in this one as well. Meanwhile, Garbers is 17 of 25 for 92 yards for San Antonio. No touchdown passes, no interceptions, but his running backs each have a rushing touchdown. Both McFarland and Lovett, they have a rushing touchdown. Both of them have 8 carries. McFarland's got 33 yards. Lovett's got 27 yards. So great job by San Antonio to just distribute the carries between the two of them. And this one, Garbers also got 3 carries for 10 yards as well. All right, let's see. RC says, I truly am a man for the shadows like Batman and Bruce Wayne. He says it's like good versus evil. JJ Projection says, I told you the Brahmas strike with pain. And so that you did. You did warn us. JJ, you did. Yes. But it appears that our poll never got the memo. Because right now, the BattleHawks are still leading the poll right now. 75% believe the BattleHawks are going to win this game. RC says, not calling other creators evil, but when you don't like people, it's about finding the people you can tolerate the most that enjoy similar things like women's basketball. Or basketball, as he says. So, yes. Yes. I feel you. I feel you. Yes. Oh, I understand that. I understand that. Believe me, I understand that. But this is good. This is good. WNBA draft coming up very soon, Amara. Then you've also got NFL draft not too far behind later in the month. April's a good month. April's a good month. What time do we usually get the release of the NFL schedule? Like, what month do we typically get the release of the NFL schedule? Because after the draft and then after we find out which rookie free agent is going to be end up going where, that's what's going to come down to next. That's what's going to come down to next. Just figuring out, all right, what's the NFL schedule? Let's see. RC says St. Louis should still win. I feel like you say, does St. Louis support the BattleHawks? Well, JB, I think they would since they don't have the Rams anymore. And so I have not followed, I guess, enough to know like their average crowd attendance, but I believe so. I mean, they know they've got a good team and stuff like that. So I believe so. Having a guy like AJ McCarron brings a lot of hope. So I would think so. Meanwhile, oh man, look at that carry there by the back. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I hope his mom packed us lunch for him on that carry there because he went for a trip there. 25 yards there. We started off the between the left guard and center, but then he bounced it to the right. So excellent job there. Even downfield by his receivers to contribute with the blocking. And that's what you hope for. A big gain like that, 25 yards on the ground. As for Jacob Sailors, that's going to help his numbers a lot. He's now got 6 carries for 43 yards. Snaps the ball. McCarron looking, throws it. Caught short by the tight end. Oh my goodness, he was flipped on that play. He was flipped on that play. And so Sutherland, he made a trip across the universe on that one. That was Mayfield that came in on that tackle. 14 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 9 coming up. BattleHawks clinging to a 2-point lead right now. Meanwhile, I see that the Warriors, they're up. All right, 2nd and 9. Shotgun formation. Trips at the bottom of the screen. Looking in the pocket. And they get him for the sack. They get him for the sack. I was just waiting to see who was going to actually officially get the sack, but it was Big Dalton, 94, that came in and got the sack on McCarron. And that's huge. That's huge because now you put him in a 3rd and 14 situation. What you probably did was made it to where they may have to settle for a field goal unless AJ just does something very AJ-like and stuff like that. But odds are you probably gave your team at least a chance to hold him for a field goal attempt here. That's huge because that momentum was certainly moving. But here we go. It's still 3rd and 14. Can AJ do it here? Can he deliver? Gets the snap in the pocket. Skirt. Oh, man. He's just skirting around. Throws that one well past the line of scrimmage. Incomplete. But let's see if they take a look at this one and see if that pass was indeed beyond the line of scrimmage. I mean, you go that far, AJ, you just might as well take off and run. Let's see. JJ says, Brahmas are striking folks' last chance to change your vote on the poll. RC says, JB, I got 13:32 on my time clock. And so, oh man, 13:32 on your time clock. He said, these players don't look quite as big as the NFL players. And so, some of them, that's probably why they're there. It probably is just, the size. I mean, especially if you're someone that played on the D-line, but you're like, high 260s or something like that. Maybe. Meanwhile, 46-yard field goal attempt by the Smithster himself. Converts it. Again, Smith there, 46-yard field goal attempt. He's just been clutch with these field goals. Does not miss. Wow. And so with that field goal by Smith, we are now looking at a 23-18 game here in the fourth quarter with 12 minutes and 6 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. A 5-point lead. But San Antonio, they say, hey, this is what we do. Coming back is how we get our W's. So stay tuned. This one is far from over. And again, AJ McCarron, 17 of 24 for 138 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions so far. And this one also has 3 carries for 23 yards and a rushing touchdown in this one. That last drive by the BattleHawks was 8 plays, 47 yards, and about 4 minutes and 49 seconds off the clock in terms of time of possession. And again, we are currently right now at the commercial. I see JJ says, okay, watch out. He says, watch out. We've got the timer out now. Let's see how this plays out. All right, so let's see how this one plays out. Here in the fourth quarter, the final quarter, in the last game of week 3. Can San Antonio remain undefeated? Will St. Louis advance to 2-1? We're going to find that out here shortly. Let's see, RC says commercial break. And so, yep, absolutely. Got to get those in somehow. Got to get those in. All right, so should be getting back to the action here shortly. Again, BattleHawks up 23-18. They will be kicking the ball off. And let's see, you say all the Lakers still pounding upon the Pels, and so you better believe it. You better believe it. I think it's like 92-70 right now here in the third quarter of the Lakers and Pelicans game. With about 3 minutes, 29 seconds to go in the third. But if you want to talk about beatdowns, what Oklahoma City is doing to Dallas right now, brutal. It's like 111-61. All right, so here goes the kick return. And, oh, man, he fell himself. He fell himself. Luckily, he didn't pull nothing on that play. Again, that was McFarland there. JJ says the floppers. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Quick pass. Caught by the receiver. Makes the first guy miss. Brought down, lost a yard on that play. 2nd down coming up. And you're going to have a Smith with the reception. All right, so here we go. Looking, throws it, gets the completion, picks up about 2 yards on the play, 2, 3 yards. Let's see, RC says, oh, JB, I'm starting an 80s, 90s retro movie channel. All the movies will come from the 80s and 90s. My favorite era for films. I'm literally going to start it this week, Paul. You know what, RC? Let me know when you do start it and what the name of it is, because I know my wife is obsessed with stuff from like the 80s and the 90s and stuff like that. So once you start doing that, let me know, and then I'll definitely check it out and see if we find some interesting stuff. Meanwhile, that play went nowhere, so the BattleHawks defense came out ready this drive. And so let's see if we're going to get a return here. Gets it from his own 29-yard line. Oh, look at that. Look at that. So about the 38-yard line there by Shepard. And let's see, you say 31 to 69% poll. And so, yes, yes. BattleHawks leading the poll. And that was Wing on the punt for punting at 42 yards. All right, so let us see what the BattleHawks have for us in store this time out. And Wing, he's got 2 punts today, averaging about 46 punts as long as 46 yards a punt. His longest punt was 50 yards. All right, so here in the fourth with about 10 minutes and 7 seconds to go. Shotgun formation for the offense. Feeds it to the back off the left side, and Durant runs his own teammate over to get the necessary yards there. Will they mark him enough for the first? Oh, he was slung to the ground. Helmet came off, all that stuff. Yep, picked up 10 yards there and a first down. So at 9 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Let's see. RC says JB is going to be lit because those are literally the best movies ever to me. They made you think today's movies are still good at times, but not quite as great. And you say, okay, JB, I'll keep you in tune. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, because we can certainly use some of those movies and stuff like that to check out. So absolutely, yeah, let me know. Quick pass, caught, and that's going to be Hakeem, and he's going to take it to about another first down there. So Hakeem Butler with a 10-yard catch. So now guys are picking up 10 yards in bunches here for the BattleHawks. That offensive line is really starting to win that battle more and more, especially on this drive, particularly on that left side. 8 minutes and 45 seconds left to go here in the game. 2 receivers, 5-minute screen, 2 tight ends, top of formation, 1 back, feeds it to the back off the left side, and oh my goodness! Oh, he didn't have to do it to him. He didn't have to do it to him. I mean, he made that DB look like he was a part of the elderly community out there with back problems because he completely whiffed. It's like he saw the after images of the guy. How about that? Wow. What a play. And that was Jacob Sailors again on the carry. Wow. Why travel by air when you can just travel like a sailor? Ha. JJ says, uh-oh. RC says, JB, I have a way that works for me where because I can watch the films from those eras that might not even be accessible on today's many platforms. RC's out here spitting dimes. I need to know the secrets, RC. I need to know the secrets. Receiver goes in motion. Looking, throws it. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. The 2-point play caps it off with none other than the sailor himself. Wow. RC says, touchdown. What now? What now? BattleHawks said, hey, we want this one. Excellent job. Okay. So now we're looking at 31-18 right now. So San Antonio, they've got their work cut out for them. But hey, if there's one thing you've learned about watching this league, no lead is safe and stuff like that. We could take off 6 minutes off the clock and it still wouldn't matter. That lead would not be safe. So still plenty of time left to go in this one. But speaking of time of possession, both teams have had the ball 25 minutes. So they've been just about even when it comes to time of possession. RC says San Antonio needs 2 scores in 8+ minutes. And so, well, RC, we've seen crazier things. We've seen crazier things. I believe the last stream, it was like a 10-point difference because of the fact, RC, that after you score a touchdown, you can go for the 1-point play, you can go for the 2-point play, or you can go for the 3-point play. So you can get a touchdown, get 3 points. That'll be 9 points and stuff like that. And then instead of doing an onside kick, you can just get the football back and it'd be 4th and 12. And if you convert, you keep the ball. So because of that, it makes it a lot easier to come back and stuff like that in this league. So that's one thing you got to keep in mind because countless times I've seen it be like a 2-score game. It could be 15 points, and they can come back. The rules are set up to allow it to be a thing. But let's see. RC says, JB, I told you the BattleHawks probably might have this thing. And so I'm sure JJ's going to let you know, like, hey, don't count San Antonio out just yet. Just yet. But the way that it's looking right now, I can't blame you. Let's see. RC says, hey, JJ and JB, is the field short or 100 yards? Because arena football kills you with the short field. And so you say, you mean it's creative arena football, but mind you, I got you. Mind you, have the Q's big 3. And so, yeah, definitely not no 50 field. See, this is the 100 yards there. And so let's see. JJ says, RC, watch out. The BattleHawks don't have it in the bag yet. And so, yep. JJ knows. And when JJ speaks, we listen. Let's see. RC says, JJ, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see. So here we go, getting ready for the kickoff here. Let's see. RC says, JB, you love football like not many. What's your thoughts on arena football? And so, man, arena football. I mean, because of all the football leagues that I watch, like outside of the NFL, of course. I mean, obviously, now that we have the UFL, makes it easier not having to decide between the USFL, XFL. And then after that, I also love watching Canadian Football League. I enjoy the Canadian Football League as well. And so I guess the Arena Football League, it's a lot of scoring, a lot of scoring. And it's about giving them the excitement of just, hey, we're going to just keep moving the ball. We don't want to have these defensive games and stuff like that. So it's a chance if you're want to watch a pass-happy league, not that far to go. And so, just get guys going and just throw it to them. I mean, it's a nice one, but of all the formats and stuff like that, it's probably my least favorite format and stuff like that of all the different football leagues. But yeah, I'm more likely to live stream a Canadian Football League game than an Arena Football League game. In fact, I think I at some point will stream a Canadian Football League game. All right, but here we go. 2nd and 4 with 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Shotgun formation. You've got 3 receivers towards the right of the screen here, and they're going to feed it to the back. And McFarland, how many yards can he pick up here? Enough for the first down, but looks like he's a little banged up on the play. Again, fourth quarter with about 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Feeds it to Lovett, and Lovett's going to pick up about a yard on a carry. 7 minutes to go here in the fourth. All right, so they call it 2nd and 8 with 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Again, both teams with all 3 timeouts. Garbers looking, throws it, gets the completion. That's a first down. Picked up at least about 11 yards on the play, and that was Kirkland with the catch. All right, snaps the ball. And oh man, the running back slides, falls again. How many times have we seen specifically the halfbacks just try to make a cut, slip in this one? And it's been mostly on San Antonio, it seems like. And another completion here, 8 yards to Lattimore. Okay, 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the fourth. Let's see. RC says, I don't know why, JB, but I'd be watching videos where people be fighting with the cops and stuff. I don't understand why these people be thinking they're going to get a get out of jail free cops. They don't think. They don't think. They let their emotions take over. JJ says, JB Thunders have beaten the Mavs 133 to 180. I seen earlier that it was nasty. But yeah, that's bad. RC says, they're littered all over YouTube, so I know you know what I'm talking about. And so, yes, yes. I'm trying to think. What was the name of the former University of Miami Hurricane running back who played for the Cincinnati Bengals? He was like a 4th-round pick by the Cincinnati Bengals. This was back when like Marvin Lewis was still there. And he just kept getting in trouble. And I seen that there was one time I saw on YouTube a video of him showing up to like, I think it was it Pop? I think it was it Papa John's or Pizza Hut? It was one of the two. And like he had his cousin with him. And then like he ended up knocking out his own cousin because his cousin was trying to like just get in the car and stuff so they wouldn't get arrested. So he ended up getting into it with the police and stuff like that. And he's had numerous encounters. I think his last name was like Walton or something like that. I can't remember his first name though. But insane, insane. RC says, meanwhile, the Thunders need to be arrested for aggravated assault. All right, again, this current drive, 8 plays, 37 yards, about 4 minutes and 28 seconds off the clock in terms of time position. They still got 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. They're down right now, 31 to 18. Receiver goes in motion, and it's a quick pass. Kirkland gets it. Oh, it's a double pass. Double pass, and he gets the completion. How about that? Wow, and that's to Lattimore there. Big time play, 15 yards. When the receiver finds the receiver, it makes everybody a believer. Now we're looking at a 1st and goal situation. Love the play call there. And that took some faith. That took some faith because you had two guys in that area there. So he has to have time to get that pass off. Now, first and goal. 3 minutes and 27 seconds to go here in the fourth. Receiver goes in motion. Gets the snap. Looking. Still looking. Throws it. Oh, incomplete. Incomplete. RC says, what? That sounds wild. Yes. Knocked his cousin clean out for no reason. And then tell the officer, he told his cousin, tell the officers that he didn't do it and stuff like that. I'm like, what? I'm like, bruh, you tripping. I'm like, you tripping because you know, he's just trying to save you, thinking about your career, thinking about, don't want you to get in trouble and stuff like that against multiple couples. And then you're gonna do some stuff like that. So that was just stupid on his part. Absolutely. All right, second and goal. Oh, and they feed it to the back. And the back, oh, I thought he was going to get the end zone there after that second effort there, but he's going to be a few yards shy there. Third down coming up. But this is critical right now. Very critical right now. You're third and goal. The video offense, the only thing you're thinking about right now is we got to get a touchdown. That's all you're thinking about. And I think that was Eleni on the carry there. 6 yards on the play. JJ says they won 135 to 86. And he says, and I don't watch those videos. I don't really like having drama. And so JJ says, keep them drama free. Meanwhile, look at that touchdown. That touchdown was drama free right there to the Mac himself. Wow. Touchdown. So Garber's the Mac. 2-yard touchdown. So that makes it 31 to 24. Still, you got 2 minutes and 10 seconds. You do got the 2-minute warning still to look forward to. You got all 3 timeouts. Again, this is 12 plays, 60 yards, and about 6 minutes and 23 seconds to turn time possession off the clock. So let's see, will they go for the 1-point play, the 2-point play, or the 3-point play? They're going to opt to go for the 1-point play here. So here we go in the shotgun. Kirkland goes in motion. They throw it to him. Kirkland, oh, he's not going over. Kirkland's not about to run over 3 people to get in that end zone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. RC says San Antonio is running out of time. Not really. Not really. JJ says I'll try. Let's see. RC says JJ, but also anyone with common sense isn't going to act like the people being detained by the police. And so, exactly. Exactly. But that was just one player that, like, I remember he just kept getting in trouble. And it felt like anytime he got in trouble, he just nonchalant. Nonchalant. I see the Warriors are in a very close situation in their matchup. Let's see, RC says, JB, I'm getting ready to stream fencing and motocross. You got it, RC. You got it. You got it. So that's a big touchdown. So now, do they opt to go? They can go for the 4th and 12th play. So basically that means they'll get the football back. No need for an onside kick. And it's already 4th down, and they got to get 12 yards. And if they get that first down, they maintain possession. So let's see if that's the play here. Now, they do have all 3 timeouts plus 2-minute warning, but obviously, let's see what they do. They're going to opt to go ahead and kick it off and play some defense. Okay. Going to opt to go ahead and kick this one off. Let's see. RC says, JB, how do you feel about O.J. Simpson passing? You say some people have really been talking disrespectfully upon his post-life and stuff like that. And so all I'm going to say is that I'm a firm believer that when a person passes and stuff like that, you talk about the good stuff and all like that. I mean, whatever they did or didn't do and stuff like that, who knows the real story and stuff like that, But what I do know is what he did in the football field, so I'll talk to that. And as a football player, what he did down there in Buffalo was legendary and stuff like that. And so it was sad I didn't even know he was battling cancer and stuff. I didn't even know that prior to his passing. JJ says he is ready to stream the floppers of Draymond Green doing WWE stuff. Let's see. RC says, I also think it's because we live in a fully insensitive world. And so that's one of the things about social media. Social media has the power to push certain agendas and stuff like that. It's got the power to paint an image about anyone and stuff like that. Sometimes it's unfavorable, sometimes it is favorable and stuff like that. And so social media plays a big part in that. If we didn't have social media, the hatred probably wouldn't be as strong. But because people are able to vocalize it, agree with each other, it becomes stronger in that sense and stuff like that. So, there's a lot of people out there that it's like, hey, I've seen them do some good stuff, but ultimately the stuff that, we heard and stuff like that, that's going to taunt their legacy. But when a person passes away, I'm gonna say good things about it. The same thing about anyone else. I'm not gonna say anyone else because there's just some people that even I wouldn't just. But in terms of what he meant on the football field and stuff like that for his family and stuff like that, you know, that was very sad, very sad. I never want to wish someone to just pass away and stuff like that. So that was sad. But to make it to age 76, that's a good age. That's a good age because so many people don't get to make it that far. JJ says kids stay off social media. It can ruin your life for your NBA players. And so one thing I will say is that back when I was growing up, I mean, sure, yes, JB has social media. JB's not that old, but I mean, just if you look at when we were growing up, guys like Kobe, guys like I mean, shoot, not even the superstars. Like the Mono Ginobili's of the world, Tony Parkers, Tim Duncans. You know, Steve Nash. We had an admiration for guys like that, Carmelo Anthony and stuff like that. Whereas I feel like now it's like we're always like, oh, such and such is not clutch. Oh, such and such needs to get a ring. But back then we could just enjoy seeing Tracy McGrady and the Rockets, with Yao Ming versus, Shaq and the Heat and stuff like that. We can just enjoy that, or either Carmelo Anthony, J.R. Smith and stuff like that with the Denver Nuggets, going back and forth against the Lakers. We could just enjoy that without, everybody coming after someone like Kevin Durant anytime he tries to join the Golden State Warriors and stuff like that. It was a different time. It was a different time. But now it's all about such and such needs to leave, or either such and such ran away, and Damian Lillard because he can't win the big one, it just takes away from his legacy. Like, come on, everybody can't win the championship. That's what makes championships special. If everybody was getting championships, it would not be as special and stuff like that. But it does not mean that the person is not special just because they can't lead the team to the championship and stuff like that. They can do some special things. To go out there and to average 35 plus in a season is no easy task, and then still have your team competitive in the process. We're not talking about somebody going out there and just getting triple doubles just because there's nothing else to do out there. We're talking about somebody that's actually leading their team deep into the playoffs and stuff like that. Think about Allen Iverson, some of the teams that he led and stuff like that. So stuff like that. It was a greater appreciation for that back then. But what do I love now? I love how competitive the league is, from just, I'm not going to say top to bottom, but like for the most part, I love how competitive it is. Let's see. JJ says, I try to be like Kobe, even though I'm a Curry fan. You said I practice to be like him. And let's see. RC says, JB, JJ, who y'all think will be drafted number one in WNBA draft? You say, will it be Angel Reason? So it's RC with the jokes here. RC with the jokes. We know it's going to be Caitlin Clark. We know that. Otherwise, we might witness the WNBA renege on all those televised games they're giving the Fever. So we already know that. RC says, JJ, it was a joke. I remember growing up, I wanted to model my basketball game after a few people. I wanted to model my game after Tracy McGrady's pull up shot and the way that he was able to handle the ball as a tall person and stuff like that. I wanted to also be able to shoot like Carmelo, some of his, one on one ISOs and stuff like that, and then post up back. I'm talking about Denver Nugget, Carmelo Anthony, and stuff like that. So I wanted to mimic those two, particularly when it came to scoring. Obviously, Kobe Bryant and just the mindset he had and stuff like that. So those were some of the players. Allen Iverson, his crossover, and then him being closer to my height and stuff like that. So I feel like those four players were the four players that I watched the most back then that I wanted to really try to emulate their game and stuff like that. Trying to think if was there anyone else that I left off and stuff like that. All right, well here we go. 3rd and 6 for the BattleHawks. Snaps the ball. AJ slings it deep, incomplete. That's a big stop right there for San Antonio. A big stop. And they only had to burn one time out in the process. So now 4th down coming up. And we got 15 votes, but 73% say the BattleHawks going to win this one. If you just came in late and you haven't cast your vote, go ahead and cast your vote because we are talking about a one-possession game. Let's see. JJ says, let's go Warriors, win 123-116. RC says JB and Reese wouldn't even make it to Indiana. JB, they would ride in Indiana. They did trade Reese immediately. Let's see. JJ says, JB, do you remember MJ iconic game winner against John Stockton's Jazz? And so, yes. I mean, yes. Oh, I thought he blocked that one. I mean, he put a lot of effort into that one. I'll say that. Now, there's not going to be a return on that one, so they'll end up taking over from their own 21-yard line. But he's pissed. He could have made a game-changing play. RC says, I started wearing headbands everywhere because of early LeBron. I wore a headband more so because of Allen Iverson and stuff like that. But I wore a headband because I had braids and stuff like that my junior year. So I wore headbands I think my sophomore and junior year. They wouldn't let me wear the one sleeve like Allen Iverson and stuff like that. They wouldn't let me do that. And so, Laney, what's good with you? How are you? He said first time streaming. Let's see, Jerry said last chance, guys, vote for the Brahmas. He says he's going to tell you it's going to happen. But here we go. Garber, shotgun, 5 wide from his own 21. Gets the snap, throws it, gets it to the receiver, and the receiver. It's going to be about 2 yards shy of that first down marker. And now we're looking at 2nd and 2 coming up. And again, that was a great punt previously by Hofrichter, who punted that ball there to pin him deep at the 21. But that 8-yard completion to Lattimore. Now we're looking at 2nd and 2. 1 minute and 20 seconds to go here in the 4th. San Antonio, they've got 2 timeouts to work with. Garber in the pocket. Garber launched that one to no one specifically, incomplete. But 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 2 with 1 minute and 16 seconds to go and 2 timeouts to work with. Let's see. RC says playing games. What y'all think about playing games? I love the playing games now. At first, I disliked it and stuff like that. But hey, I like it now. Let's see, JJ says, I don't know. Laney says, I'm good. Sorry I missed the game. And so, hey, better late than never, Laney. But how are you? You said you're good? My bad. I'm tripping here. And so, yes, I just wish tomorrow was a holiday. That would be the only thing that would make everything perfect. RC says every young magician and young athlete can affect the youth. That's why, how they can carry themselves is so important. And so, speaking of carries, Elaine just carried the ball for 2 yards there. But now we're looking at 4th and 1 right now. So very critical here. They're going to call a timeout, which means they want to make sure that they get the right play called here. Because if you don't get this first down, that's game. 4th and 1, you make sure you secure that first down first of all. I remember earlier in the game, they ran that option play to the left side because of how the defense was lined up. So I wonder if the defense will line up similarly. And if they do you go to it again? Because it was so successful the first time. So I would look and see how they lined up. And based upon how they lined up, either quarterback sneak it or run that option again. And he says, BattleHawks, okay. Love the support there for the BattleHawks. Okay, let's see. RC said, JB, do you know the real reason Tupac decided to cut off all his hair? And so I believe I had heard that. The real reason. I forgot it, though. But do remind me. JJ says, sorry, JB, I missed a couple of streams. And so, hey, I've missed a couple of my streams as well, so no biggie. But here we go, 4th and 1. They got to get the first down. Shotgun, feeds it to the back. Love it. Between the left guard and center, picks up about 7 yards and definitely gets the first down here. Okay, 1 minute, 4 seconds. You got 1 time out here, and you know you got to get a touchdown here. So Garbers, this is on your shoulders. He's currently right now 24 of 34 for 123 yards and a touchdown. He's going to need a lot more today if his team is going to find a way to remain undefeated. Now they call a timeout. They call a timeout. That's their final timeout for San Antonio. Now St. Louis, they have all 3 timeouts and stuff like that. But San Antonio, they are out of timeouts and just a minute and 5 seconds to work with. RC says this is the game right here. Let's see. JJ said, I warned y'all. He said, that's right. He warned us that there was plenty of time there for San Antonio. He says, don't count them out. All right, we got another vote that came in, 16 votes. Gotcha, keep them coming. A little bit more love there for the Brahmas. Okay. 1st and 10. Can Garbers do it? From their own 35-yard line, gets the snap. Garbers on the move, throws it. His receiver goes up high and makes the catch. That was Kirkland. Excellent job. He had to elevate to get it, but he did. That's going to make it 2nd and 2. Got out of bounds. A minute left to go here in the 4th quarter. Again, St. Louis up 31-24. RC says, because some cops had beat him up so bad, his hair didn't grow the same way he wanted. Oh, he wanted it anymore, so he decided to cut it. Meanwhile, Garbers throws it too high this time. Too high. Incomplete. Incomplete. 56 seconds remaining here in the 4th. RC says, JJ, you know this game better than me, so I'll definitely yield to you there. All right, but here we go. So 3rd and 2. So obviously, want to go ahead and secure that 1st down and get out of bounds as soon as possible, and then go out there and continuously move this ball here. But you need a touchdown, is what you're thinking. They snap the ball. Garbers looking, throws it, gets the completion. All right, gets the completion to Kirkland again. Hurrying up, 53 seconds. Shotgun. Clock is running, looking, throws it again, completed again. So we are definitely now on the BattleHawks side of the football here. 43 seconds, 40 seconds. Got to get lined up here. 38 seconds. They're about 44 yards away from the end zone. Snaps it, looking, still looking. Throws this one deep, incomplete. So took off a lot of time on that one play. Would have been better off to clock it. If you clocked it, you probably saved yourself about 8 seconds, 9 seconds more on that clock. But now you're looking at a 3rd and 4 situation here. Got to obviously get that 1st down here, but man, they should have went ahead and spiked it. JJ says, I bet you already know what I'm going to say, JB. Laney says, this is only my 3rd time listening to one of these games. And so, bet. 3rd and 4, Garbers on the move, still looking. He's got to do something. And he lost the ball out of bounds, so it doesn't matter. But 21 seconds. So that time, you took off 7 seconds running around, and you got nothing for it. You can't have that happen. You cannot have that happen. So now you're looking at a 3rd and 4. And at this point, you do want to get that 1st down, obviously. You want to get that 1st down. So get that 1st down and then clock it. That's what I'd be looking to do. Let's get the 1st down. Let's clock it. And then we'll give ourselves maybe 2 or 3 shots to where we can try a couple near the sideline if we need to, but ultimately we might end up having to throw something into the end zone because we took off too much time in a couple of those plays. All right, so I guess the replay booth is going to be looking to see the fumble where it went out of bounds because every yard does matter. Let's see. RC says, Laney, JB is pretty exciting. I appreciate that, RC, but hey, you guys keep JB young. You guys keep JB young for sure. But man, Chase Garbers, 27 of 39 for 143 yards passing and a touchdown so far in this one. Kirkland did have a completion as well on the double receiver pass there. And so let's see what they're going to be scheming up here as they have no timeouts to their name, San Antonio. So that is something to consider as well. Let's see, Laney says, first time watching him, I'll have to catch another one. And so, oh yeah, absolutely. JB's next stream will be Saturday. It will be Saturday. And so for right now, covering the weekends here. But yeah, we've got an official review right now. So that gives us a little bit of time here to look at the stats. So we're looking at the total yards in this game here. The BattleHawks, they have 255 yards total in this one, while the Brahmas have 252 yards total. Passing wise, pretty similar here. BattleHawks 140 Brahmas 150. And so let's see what they say about the replay here. And again, they could be checking everything from the yardage to also how much time on the clock. Every single detail matters in this situation. All right, so, okay, so instead of it being 4th and 8, it's going to be a 4th and 4 there. Okay, okay. And so let's see, JJ says, always watch the Brahmas. And so, bet. So again, 4 yards is needed here for a first down. 4th down right now. If they don't get this, this will be game. 5 wide, snaps the ball. Garber looking. Garber throws one up there, almost intercepted, and that's all she wrote. San Antonio undefeated no more after this. And so, wow, great job there by St. Louis there. That's big. That's big. That's big. Their defense held up there, and Garber's just fell short. Fell short. And so now they can go out there and run out this clock, and that will be the game once they do. Wow. So I'll go ahead and end the poll here. So we have a total of 16 votes there. And so as a poll, we were correct. From the beginning, you guys believed that the BattleHawks would get this W. And they went out there, earned it. And AJ takes a knee, that's going to be the game. That is going to be the final score. St. Louis BattleHawks win this one 31-24. St. Louis wins this one. San Antonio, they'll have to just dwell on what could have been in this one. But both teams played great. Both teams played great. We're talking about literally a difference of 2 yards difference in the total yards between these two teams. Both teams played outstanding in this one. Time of possession did favor San Antonio. They had the ball 33 minutes and 39 seconds, whereas the BattleHawks had it 26 minutes and 16 seconds in this one. A.J. McCarron was 19 of 27 for 152 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, while San Antonio Chase Garbers was 27 of 40 for 143 yards and a touchdown, no interception. And let's see. Lenny says, "Okay, cool. What time on Saturday?" And so, you know what? That's a good question. Let JB go ahead and look now at the schedule for next week, and then I'll be able to let you know real quick. So let JB do that real quick here. All right, so next Saturday, yeah, JB's going to be streaming next Saturday, which is going to be the 20th, the Memphis Showboats versus the BattleHawks. So yeah, that'll be, what, 11:30 Eastern time? So yeah, that would be what JB will be streaming next Saturday, the Showboats versus BattleHawks, in which we're going to get 3 games actually on Saturday. But yeah, that will be the game that I will be streaming again, the Memphis Showboats versus the St. Louis BattleHawks. So we'll get to see the BattleHawks again next week. Just so happens to work out there because of the time. So, absolutely. All right, let's see. Dave says, "Thanks, JB. See you next stream." And so, Dave, appreciate you, man, coming through again and showing some support here. It's been great. It's been real. And you have yourself a great week. Let's see. RC says, "It's that Cade Phillips." It's a good old Cade Phillips. Let's see. JJ says, "Bye, JB. Watch the floppers fly." RC says, "Salute, y'all, and peace." And so, yes, thanks again for watching, everyone. It's been great. It's been real. But yeah, gonna go ahead and make sure to end this stream here. But thanks again for coming through, and looking forward to seeing you guys again next week. Again, shout out to St. Louis coming through. They were battle tested, they survived, and they made it do what it do. Sailors had 7 carries for 62 yards and a touchdown, averaging about 8.9 yards per carry. That was huge between him and Durant. That was pretty big. They finished as a team with 114 yards on the ground in this one. And he says, "Thank you, Phoenix. I didn't even know you were here, Phoenix. How are you? How are you, Phoenix?" And so, yes, glad you were able to stop by. And so Phoenix says later. And so, yes, take care. Take care. But yes, see you guys next time. And so JB will be signing out here shortly. And so Phoenix says, "Still got my like." And so, yes, thanks so much for that, Phoenix. And yes, everybody have a great week. And JB's looking forward to seeing y'all again next time. And so Phoenix says, just logged on just in time for the conclusion. But hey, we'll catch you next time, right? We will catch you next time.